Right now, on eBay, hundreds of people are in a bidding frenzy, throwing down over $90 to secure a pre-order of the standard edition of Grand Theft Auto 6. The official retail price is $80. Economically, a scalper market only works when there is a limited supply of a physical item. But Grand Theft Auto 6 is not being printed on a disc. It is a completely digital release with an infinite supply. So why are thousands of gamers frantically paying a premium to third-party sellers for a product that literally cannot run out of stock? This specific panic suggests the way we buy and own games is moving in a direction many consumers aren't yet willing to accept. The confusion started when Rockstar Games announced their launch strategy for November 19, 2026, entirely digital only. If you go to a physical store on launch day, you can still buy a box off the shelf. But when you crack open that plastic case, you will not find a disc. You will only find a printed piece of paper with a digital download code. We are talking about the most anticipated release in the history of the medium. Its cultural footprint is massive. When a release of this scale abandons physical distribution, it signals that the disc has officially transitioned from an industry standard to a collector's novelty. This chart breaks down why this had to happen. Standard AAA game budgets sit way down here, but over 13 years of development, Rockstar has spent an estimated $1 to $1.5 billion building this single installment. To recoup that kind of investment, they have to eliminate the leaks in the traditional retail model. On an $80 game, physical retailers traditionally keep a 30% cut, and another 5% pays for manufacturing and shipping the discs. By forcing a digital download, Rockstar bypasses the middleman. Those retail and manufacturing costs vanish, allowing the publisher to keep a significantly higher portion of every sale. Eliminating the disc is a financial calculation. It guarantees a return on a project with a budget that would bankrupt most other studios. But if skipping the physical store is so profitable, you have to wonder why Rockstar is spending money to manufacture, ship, and stock empty plastic cases on physical shelves in the first place. It comes down to a clever legal workaround. Supplying retail giants like Amazon and GameStop with a physical version to sell prevents digital storefronts, which are controlled by console makers like Sony and Microsoft, from facing claims of monopolistic practices. Some fans refuse to accept this. A recent internet rumor claimed that actual printed discs would arrive months after the launch, based on a leaked email from Rockstar support, but the text was misinterpreted. The support team was simply referring to those same code-in-a-box versions. There are no plans to print discs. The empty cases serve as a corporate legal shield, while offering a compromise for players who still want something to put on a shelf. This red envelope represents a distribution model that officially disappeared in 2023. When Netflix stopped mailing these out, it followed a broader retreat by companies like Disney and Best Buy from the DVD and Blu-ray market. While film and music have largely abandoned the shelf, video games remained the final segment of the industry that still drove significant foot traffic to brick-and-mortar stores. Physical retailers relied on massive launches like this to bring customers through the door, people who might also buy controllers, headsets, or other high-margin hardware. When the biggest release of the decade skips the disc, it removes the primary reason many consumers still visit physical game stores, weakening the entire retail ecosystem. For the consumer, a fully digital landscape changes the terms of ownership. You cannot resell a digital license to a local shop, and you cannot hand it to a friend when you finish the campaign. There is also a hardware cost. Modern, high-end games demand enormous amounts of storage. Without a disc to carry some of that data, players will be increasingly forced to purchase expensive SSD expansion cards to keep their libraries accessible. This explains the bidding wars on eBay. Gamers realize that the era of physical ownership is receding, and they are willing to pay a premium just to have a physical object to show for it, even if that object is just an empty box.